What is going on, guys? Today is a very special day indeed, but I just realized that my shirt is missing something, so I'll be right back. Ah, that's more like it. Happy Season 2 premiere day, fellow, Hexidians? Hexies? Hexolios. That's right, my fellow Hexolios. Today is the Season 2 premiere of The Owl House, and I'm so excited. I'm so happy to be watching this show again. I'm happy to be reacting to it, and as you see, I'm prepared. I've joined the Bad Girl Coven. I've been practicing my Owl House artwork over there, so yeah, I'm in full Season 2 mode. Real quick before we get started, just a reminder that you can check out the full-length reaction over on Patreon. I'll link to that down in the description. I've also done reactions to every episode of Owl House Season 1. I've also reacted to a couple of fan videos. I did a ranking of every Season 1 episode, and I recently gave some of my Season 2 prediction and theories, so we'll have to see if those come true. You can check all that out over there. Also be sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell, you know, all the usual stuff. But enough with all that, because guys, it is Season 2 day, seriously. Now, unfortunately, I do have a bit of bad news before we get started, is that this is not actually going to be a blind reaction. I recorded my reaction a while ago. I absolutely loved the episode, and it was a great reaction, but unfortunately, the program I was using seems to have a consistent problem with the image freezing. So basically, after like 10 minutes, once I actually get into the episode itself, I guess for some reason, like the image freezes, and then it's like all jumbled throughout the video. So it was a great reaction, but unfortunately, you know, I just can't do anything about that. And I have switched to a different app that I actually used to use for recording my reactions. I'm just going back to basics and hoping that this one is going to work a little better. And you know, I was really upset about this, but I decided that I was not going to let it ruin my day, and I was not going to let it ruin this video, so I decided to simply re-record my reaction. So while it's not going to totally be blind, you're still going to see how enthusiastic I am about the episodes. I'm going to try to make the same notes and observations that I did the first time, and maybe I'll catch some details that I didn't see the first time. So I just wanted to let you guys know that I still wanted to do this video, and I didn't want to let this ruin my days. I just only want to feel good things about the show because I absolutely love the Owl House, and I have so been looking forward to Season 2, and I'm sure a lot of you have been looking forward to seeing my reaction. So with all that out of the way, I'm really looking forward to getting into this season because I've been preparing by rewatching all the Owl House stuff. I've watched all the episodes, I've rewatched the shorts, I even watched that Look Who's Talking show that they did for like the first 10 episodes. And earlier today I rewatched Season 1, Episode 19, Youngblood Old So I'm very much ready to get into this season. I'm looking forward to seeing how things play out, if all the multiple theories and fan comics come true in any way, and obviously I can't, you know, talk more than that because I have technically seen this episode, but yeah, I'm really ready. I'm still excited to, you know, get into this episode. Well, guys, I think we've waited long enough. The day of Season 2 is now upon us, and we have much work to do.
Foolish child, leave this place before you meet your demise.
Do not underestimate me, Garlog, for I am the good witch Luce, hunter.
I love this parallel to the beginning of the show.
Now eat this, sucker! What?
Small I may be, but you will soon know fear when I lay waste to all that you...
King, drop it now. Drop it now! Drop it! No!
I've been in this situation with my cat so many times. Okay. Something else I forgot to mention is that I've avoided pretty much all the promotional material for this season, so this was a complete surprise except for a couple images. Oh, that is so cool. And yeah, the lighting is darker for this intro. Some people had been mentioning that. I was kind of hoping there would be more characters standing on the roof with them, but oh man, that is so cool. Separate tides.
It's been a week and a half since the petrification.
Week and a half. I always like timeline details.
Emperor Bellos was going to kill Ida if I didn't hand it over, but I couldn't let him use it.
The word kill always catches my attention in kids shows because I can never remember, are they allowed to use that? Have they used it previously?
Like this portal key. I don't know if it contains magic, but I'm gonna study all I can and find a way back.
Hopefully we're gonna get more lore on that this season.
And look, I have friends to help me.
I'm never letting you go. You're never returning to the human realm.
He doesn't mean that.
Yes, I do.
so do we.
Maybe with time, we can all become friends.
Ugh. Dang it, Hootie.
Hey, King, did you know that apple is a hat? Really?
King! This week we're bounty hunters.
Bounty hunters. We don't need their scum.
Luz!
What if one of these days somehow her signal actually manages to get to the human world and her mom is going to be overwhelmed with like, what?
Wow, the Emperor is really taking over.
I see it too, Luz.
How is she just able to walk around with all these coven guards and not get arrested?
I was the most wanted criminal for years. You should fear me.
I guess maybe they're like not after Ida because she's being used as an example like the Emperor was saying.
Man's respect and fear.
And why are her posters still up? Oh, never mind.
The Golden Guard.
I had not heard his name before until now.
He always got special treatment because he was the genius.
Can I just say I love the shirt that Lilith is wearing? Greg's List. Oh.
Witch cackling lessons?
Things aren't looking great, Lily. This bounty hunting stuff isn't putting food on the table. Oh, I'm sure Luz could handle bigger bounties, but if we want to eat, we don't have the luxury to mess up even once. No apple blood. I spent the money on griffin eggs for Luz. There's not a lot she can digest here, so I make sure to have her favorites around.
I really respect Ida a lot. And that's something I can kind of relate to because, you know, when I switched to a different diet, you know, my family was very accompanying, you know, to make sure I had something that I could always eat, so.
The Selkie-Damas hunt. I want in.
Going beyond the Boiling Isles, I've always been wondering how much of a world there really is beyond the Boiling Isles. Oh.
Hey, Lily! How do I look? Getting scammed at the market was such a bummer, but it gave me an idea.
I really love these two.
Alright. Have fun wallowing in self-pity and feeling bad for cursing me. Bye!
I love the attitude that Ida has about this.
I bet she would love a peek inside the castle.
Check in! How's Bestie doing? I can help! We can find out their crushes! We can give them cute couple names! No!
Is Hootie representing the shippers in the fandom now?
And don't call me Lou!
Wait, I'm one of them.
A good friend would respect her wishes, but a better friend would help no matter what!
Don't be a burden, Sea Squirt.
Oh, you don't have to worry about me.
I just love how far Luz has come since the beginning of the show. Oh. Thought she was actually dancing.
He had me confront my own biases, and I got nothing but respect for you now, Squirt.
Thanks, Salty. You make me feel like a real part of the crew.
Well, that's because you are.
Arr.
This ship belongs to the Emperor?
Wait,
Oh boy.
that looked like Bill Cipher.
Unfortunately.
Wait.
Who am I without magic? Without a coven?
Without friends?
I said!
You don't know the difference. If I were you, I would!
You would what? Because it doesn't matter. You aren't me. You're just some kind of weird bird worm.
Sorry, Lulu. Sorry, Lilith.
Ours peeled, mates.
Taking it up to literally there, eh, mate? So cool. Oh, hello. Just like Batman Arkham City, but cooler.
Show that spectre what for, loose.
Is that Steve Bloom? I'm gonna have to go back and check that later. Yep. Ugh.
You could have gotten killed.
That can still be arranged.
My God, the smoke is coming from inside his mask.
But I do know that you're standing on a plant that eats flesh.
He's really interesting.
You're making this difficult. Go, or I...
Oh yeah, and he has the same kind of staff as the Emperor.
Ah, it's dark now. I am not one to be trifled with, bees. I am a witch. Unhinged! Ah! What? No. I need help!
I'm here for you, Lulu. No witch is an island. I'll face my wrath.
Luz, don't hurt the Selkie-Damas. We can find another way out of this.
You heard what he said, Ida.
It's interesting that Ida's the one with this mentality.
Don't you remember? Us weirdos have to...
What? Stick together? Because you stuck with me, you lost your magic. You almost got turned to stone, and now you can't even afford your apple blood because you're worried about what I need to eat. I'll make it all up to you, Ida the Owl Lady. I promise.
Luz! You think throwing your life away is gonna help me? Well, it won't. You helped me find King's Crown when you barely knew me. You saved me from turning to stone, and you even got me talking to my sister again. So, unfortunately for you, my life is pretty great because I'm friends with Luce the Human. Yeah, your guilt-ridden brain is clouding your judgment.
Mm-hmm.
Ida, do you want to learn your first glyph?
You're actually weirdly endearing.
This is interesting details for this character. I'm interested to learn more about him. Clever girl.
And try to stay out of trouble. The Emperor is not a merciful man. Bye!
I'm gonna remember that detail, and I'm gonna talk about it later. Aww.
Baby, oh!
Wait, what is that?
Hot dang!
What is it with demons in this realm and barfing out money as payment?
It's Selkie Gris. Ah, people pay big money for it at the night market.
No,
Feel that money, Luce. Luxuriate. What? You don't like to luxuriate? There's a whole pile of luxury right here.
No.
My God. They are so cute.
Every friendship comes with its ups and downs, right, best friend?
I'm not commenting on that.
That's probably for the best.
Nickname?
So I guess Hootie is the devil.
I'm giving you a peek inside the Emperor's castle.
Sup.
I like how they've actually got some variety in like the physique of the different guards.
Who wants to get takeout and draw faces on Hootie?
Yay!
I'll protect you, Hootsifer.
Aw.
I'm fine with whatever. Things are starting to feel right again.
Knock, knock.
Oh my God, did he finish it? And is that hair? Oh wait, I think maybe I've caught a glimpse of that in like some promotional image. Okay, so like the recording of this that I'm watching is like, you know, shrunk it down because it's like got the up next episode. I'm gonna have to go back and check these later, but they look really cool. Maybe they're foreshadowing some things that are gonna happen later. Dropping some hints maybe. Okay guys, so that was the Owl House Season 2 Episode 1. Like I said, I wasn't able to give a blind reaction to this just because something went wrong with my webcam when I was originally recording. Hopefully any technical issues have been fixed now. But I still had a lot of fun with this premiere, and I can now give you my more in-depth thoughts on it. So I love the parallel they had at the beginning to the pilot episode with Luz being in Azura's position, and then they draw it out as a nice little comedic moment. That scene and really the way Luz carries herself in this whole episode just really highlights how far she has come as a character, and that makes me feel proud of her, and it makes me so happy to see all that she's accomplished and how she's really growing up. The new intro is really cool. I think the Season 1 intro flowed a little better, at least for the first half, but I've only seen this a couple times and I've seen the other one like a million times, so I'm sure it's gonna grow on me, and it is nice getting to see all the characters highlighted at the beginning. I know they said they're gonna be hopping around between different jobs, but I thought it was interesting that Luz and Ida are bounty hunters. That's not the kind of job I would have pictured them doing. Which begs the question, is Luz still going to Hexside, or does she kind of have to avoid going there now and work full time so that they can make ends meet? I'm sure this is the kind of stuff that they're gonna clarify in the next couple of episodes. Has she also been in contact with any of her friends? Because I know that she can walk about in the open, but again, they've been very busy. They're still trying to keep a low profile, and maybe their parents would encourage them not to be in contact with wanted criminals, at least not right off the bat. I really liked seeing more of Lilith, and I like that she actually got her own side plot instead of just being included in someone else's side plot. And I certainly didn't expect what they did with her and Hootie, but I really liked it, and I can tell that they're taking a bit more effort to make Hootie more likable as a character and develop him a bit. Now, don't get me wrong, I loved Hootie in Season 1, and he just got funnier and crazier as the season went on. However, I felt that when they focused more on those aspects of his character, there were other aspects that he kind of lost. Like, he felt, you know, more normal and somewhat relatable at times in the first half of Season 1, but then in the second half, he just is all about being funny and all about being oblivious and all about being crazy. So I think that they're still keeping him crazy, but maybe making a little bit of effort to bring those aspects back to his character, so I appreciate that. Another character I found really interesting because I didn't know what to expect from him was the Golden Guard. Like I said, I didn't even know his name before I watched this episode. He's very interesting because I'm not totally sure how to feel about him. On the one hand, he's very ruthless and sinister and will take you down if he has to, but at the same time, he's also somewhat kind-hearted and just likes to have fun while he's taking down his enemies. So I'm very interested to learn more about him. Wonder if he's gonna get a redemption arc like Lilith did. Now, I am gonna throw out a theory about him, which I will admit is very unlikely because it's based on a very minuscule detail. But at the end of the episode, when he flies away, he hops on his stick and is like, bye! And Ida has done that before. In fact, I think she actually did that at one point in this episode. So the fact that he is so similar to Ida, my first impression was that he could be her son, but then again, Ida doesn't really strike me as the kind of woman who would want to have kids, so maybe he is just somehow related to Lilith and Ida. I don't know how he could be related to them. They'd have to come up with a pretty good explanation, or maybe it's just nothing. Maybe it's just a similar character trait that he has to Ida, and they are therefore foreshadowing that he will be on her side later, but I'm just gonna throw that out there on the off chance that it ends up being true, and then I can go back and say, hey, I was right about that. I love the plot with Ida and Luz's episode. They are just so heartwarming because I love how they are both going out of their way to look out for each other throughout the entire episode. Luz trying to make up for her perceived mistakes in the Season 1 finale, and Ida trying to take care of her. And the whole mission at sea was so entertaining because I've wanted to see beyond the Boiling Isles for quite some time. In fact, I'm still wondering if there are other civilizations throughout the Demon Realm, because this has to be a pretty big realm, so it doesn't make sense that there would just be intelligent life on one place, but we could find that out later, who knows. That was all really entertaining. I, again, love seeing all of Luz's abilities and how capable she is now. And while King was in the office on the ship, I'm gonna have to go back and double check it, but I'm fairly certain I saw an artifact that resembles Bill Cipher's design from Gravity Falls, and that's a theory that people have been throwing around for quite some time. One, because of the similarities that the shows have, but also that Alex Hirsch, who was the creator of Gravity Falls, also works on this show. He voices King, so it is probably just a fun Easter egg. It's not gonna go anywhere because, you know, you can't expect people who are only fans of this show to understand an entirely different show just for it to make sense. But I know that there are if that was Bill Cipher, I'm sure that there are tons of people who are already making videos about it. Another detail I liked was Ida being the one to say that they should leave the creature alone, which now that I think about it does make sense, because back in episode 12 she was like, if you don't bother the Slither Beast, he won't bother you. But Luz is usually the one who is, you know, the more kind-hearted one, looking for a less violence approach. So the fact that Ida has to be the one to say, no, we should leave this creature alone, especially when she's been a bounty hunter throughout the episode, I just think, again, another nice character building detail. Now, I've watched that scene a couple times now at the end when Lilith makes the scrying potion, I think it's called, that allows them to see in the Emperor's castle. I may be reading a bit too much into it, but it seems that when Emperor Belos looks directly back, maybe this connection she's established has inadvertently allowed him to see Luz, but I am probably reaching on that. But either way, it looks like Belos has indeed finished reconstructing the portal. I actually didn't catch that my first time around. I don't know if he actually needs the key to get the door to work, because it seems like the key primarily just summons the door, but maybe he needs the key to be in proximity or to get it to actually swing open. So I guess his objective is either going to find Luz so he can get whatever missing piece there is because he doesn't know yet that there's a key, or maybe he will get the portal to work and he'll like go through and like get Luz's mom so that he can use her as leverage, and he'll keep it a secret until just the right moment. But I think this is cool because it seems like we could be getting back to the stuff with the portal a lot sooner than I thought, although I'm sure they're not going to get to everything right away. They do have to space things out. Also, Belos's hair, another detail I didn't fully catch the first time around, although I'm pretty sure I caught some promotional images with it, but I guess that doesn't make sense because, I mean, how old does this guy have to be now? At least 50 years old, because that's how long he's been in power, but I guess it has to be a lot longer than that, and we've seen that he has to use talismans in order to keep himself alive. So, but he did have his mask off, so I'm curious to see what he looks like underneath. Now, I haven't gone back to check them in detail, but those images that they're now using at the end credits are really cool. I mean, I do miss the old outro with Luz walking around. I felt that they could have, you know, updated that version of it, but either way, these are really cool images, and I would be willing to bet that they're foreshadowing some things that are yet to come or dropping little hints. So I'm definitely going to go back and check those out in closer detail. So yeah, guys, I really enjoyed this season premiere, and while it's unfortunate that I couldn't give you my blind reaction, I am still very happy that I could get my reaction in some way. I'll try to get this out a little sooner next time. I just got a bit behind with editing because of all the technical stuff I was having to deal with, but hopefully all technical issues will be fully resolved by the next time and we won't have to worry about this again. I'm also probably going to go back to my old setup or tweak things a little bit. I'm just trying a slightly different camera setup based on how I got things now, but you know me, I like to experiment every once in a while. But with all that said, I'm going to turn it over to you guys. What did you think of this episode? What are you looking forward to in the next episode? What are some of your theories and predictions for the rest of the season? Whatever it is, feel free to share your thoughts down in the comments and let me know what you think. If this is your first time on the channel, be sure to leave a like and consider subscribing. Also, be sure to check out my other Owl House content. It really does mean a lot. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you for the next Owl House reaction.